Hi everybody and welcome back to Double Team. Today we will be discussing short anime. So with short anime we mean short episodes. Not
Yeah,
like 12 episode anime, but we're actually talking like 5 minute or 10-minute episodes.
shorter than the standard 20 something minutes.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna mention some that we like, some that we might not have liked, and all that kind of stuff. And maybe if you guys know some short anime that we haven't seen yet that we maybe won't discuss, you can let us know in the comments so maybe we can check that out because it is pretty hard to find good short
Yeah,
anime. So, yeah.
I feel like there's been more recently,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe it's just me that didn't check them out before as
Yeah.
much, but in the last, I'd say year to year and a half, I keep my eye on the short section
Yeah,
of,
yeah, yeah.
of the charts, and
Mm.
I didn't at all before. So maybe they just started getting under my radar. But I feel like some of the ones that I like are fairly recent.
Yeah, yeah, I have the same thing because I only started to check them out like 2 or 3 years ago when I started watching seasonals, and I also saw like the short section. I'm like, oh, what is this? So, because of that, I also started checking it out. Before, I didn't know anything about short anime, or I hadn't heard of any good ones.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I definitely agree that the last few years there have been more and maybe more good comedy ones, I would say.
Yeah, I feel like my introduction to shorts was the wrong way around because
Mm-hmm.
a lot of shows, like normal shows, have their short spin-offs.
Oh, right,
Like
yeah.
if you watch Chunibyo, you have Chunibyo spin-offs that are shorts,
Mm.
or if you watch Suzumiya Haruhi, they have shorts as well. And I think that was one of the first ones that I tried to watch. And I kind of ended up realizing that I don't usually like that sort of shorts
Yeah, yeah.
because they don't really add to the show that I love, that I'm
Mm-hmm.
watching them for. And usually they try to use them for gags,
Yeah,
and a lot of
exactly.
shows don't really work like that.
Yep.
So, I didn't like the Haruhi ones, or I feel like the only ones that I really enjoyed that came out of big shows were Nozaki-kun
Yeah.
shorts,
Yep, yep.
but I feel like that's also because the anime itself is already like very focused on comedy, so you already established a lot of comedy things that work in the
Mm-hmm.
shorts,
Yeah.
which other shows don't have. So for the longest time, I was like, oh, it's a short, so it's about a show, and it's gonna be probably very weak.
Yeah, yeah. I understand what you mean. I have the same thing. Also for like bigger series, I usually don't like them, except also for Nozaki-kun and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, actually, or I think it was normal Full Metal, where they also did like shorts and there were cheapies, but it was funny
Yeah.
because it had all of the references and the jokes from the big series, so you just
Hmm.
had like some extra comedy from the series into a short. So for that, it worked.
Yeah.
But for other ones, I was also like,
I
mm,
feel like those shorts are usually only valuable if for like super hardcore fans
mm,
that want more of
yeah,
the characters no matter in which format.
mm-hmm,
Because it was the same for me when the Chunibyo shorts were coming out or the
yeah,
Kyokai no Kanata shorts were coming out. I don't think they're very good shorts, but I watched them because I wanted more of the show
yeah,
and I was
yeah.
curious. But for the most part, nah. So I think we agree, but you can prove me wrong and you can tell me your opinion. But we usually like shorts that are like original comedy
Yeah,
shorts.
exactly. Of
So
course.
yeah.
Then
Yeah,
again, I
watch
mean,
last week's show, and you
yeah.
know that we like shows that have comedy and shorts that have comedy.
Exactly. I mean, I know you mentioned pupa last episode,
Why are
and
you starting with that?
because I want to tease you, but I want you to have it
You
out
want me
of
to
the
just
way,
you
so
want me to
you.
just talk about the shorts that I hate?
Isn't that the only one? I'm not sure, but I
No,
mean,
it's not the only
okay,
one.
okay. But
Uh,
I've always thought it was interesting how much people hate pupa.
it's because you didn't watch it.
Yeah, because it was blood and stuff. It wasn't for me anyway, so.
Well, it's like incest the anime or the
Oh.
short anime.
Oh, okay. I didn't
Like
know it was that bad with like incest and stuff actually.
it, I mean, it doesn't show you anything if that's what like bothers you about the incest part. It shows you some blood splatters, but it's
Yeah.
mostly like it's super short, so it has zero development.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it tries to in the latest part to do some development because the manga has some story to it,
All
but
right.
since it's like 3 minutes or whatever it was without the opening and the ending,
God.
like you just jump into it, so it doesn't really work at all. But
Mm.
the first part of the show is just like Oni-chan, and then she eats him and he yells, and like they kind of do it in a sexual manner,
Oh, right.
and
Okay.
then the episode is over. Like, if you watch the trailer for Pupa, that's basically the show.
Wow. Great.
So it's really bad. And the thing is, like, I was looking for horror shorts or psychological shorts
Mm-hmm.
because they're missing
Yeah.
for the most part. You have comedy shorts, you have
Yeah.
some slice of life shorts. Uh, I guess in comedy you have a very different ones. And as far as I know, you have some moe shorts that I've watched. Like, there's one called Yama no Susume, which is about girls doing mountain climbing.
Oh, okay.
Just like, it's cute girls climbing mountains and meeting other cute girls and friendship and stuff.
Oh.
So it's adorable. And that's it. It's a short. So you're getting what... Usually in shorts you get what you see.
Yeah, yep.
Like,
Very
because they
true.
don't have space to just fuck around.
Yeah. That's true. Look at Seko Boys. You got
Yeah.
statues, you got statues.
But Psycho Boys is a special case because even if you know you're getting what you see, you don't really understand what you're seeing.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
they're idols, but they're statues. But they're idols.
Yeah, but why? But how? Like, how do they eat? How do they blush?
Oh, but it's so much fun. If you haven't watched Psycho Boys, watch Psycho Boys. I think
Mm,
both of us feel like it's one of the best that we've watched recently.
yeah, if you like comedy and idols and making fun of it, yeah. You should definitely watch it.
Yeah, I think just to finish the thought, when it comes to horror, the only good ones that I found, or like basically the only ones that I found, was there's a that has a lot of traditional Japanese horror stories, and they're kind of animated as if they were like paper puppets, like traditional Japanese paper puppets that used to go to like markets or wherever and show you a piece.
Oh, cool.
So they're both animated and told in a very creepy way. So they work. It's
Yeah.
really good. If you like that sort of stuff, watch that sort of stuff. I have to pace myself really bad to watch that show because it creeps me out so much. And it has a lot of like jump scares. It's not psychological, it's typical traditional Japanese horror.
Yeah.
But I'm very scaredy with that sort of stuff, so I realized that I can't really watch that that much.
Well-
It's called Yami
Oh, yeah.
Shibai. I was trying to introduce that smoothly. And it was so there's 2 seasons. Or the second is coming out or came out. I don't know. I know there's 2 seasons either planned or already aired.
Okay.
And I'm almost done with season 1 after a year.
Wow. Is it recent or?
It has a couple of years maybe.
Okay.
It's not super old. I can check it.
Yeah.
But it's like I'll have it somewhere.
I think that's interesting now. Because, like you said, like a lot of even action, horror, thriller, whatever, there's not a lot of shorts at all, so it is pretty hard to find them. And mostly when you do find them, I mean, you gotta be really lucky for it to be actually good or enjoyable in a way, I guess.
2013 was the first season, so I'm pretty sure the second one already aired like last year or something.
Okay.
I'm just behind super bad.
I
But
mean,
yeah.
if you have nightmares from it and stuff, I mean, I wouldn't recommend watching all of it.
Yeah, I know. But like, I'm pretty sure 90% of the people that like that sort of stuff won't have like any nightmares or anything
Yeah.
related to it afterwards. It's creepy, it's not like necessarily scary,
Yeah, yeah.
but to me, like, I know how I work for that stuff.
Yep,
But
I
it's
get
not
it.
like super scary, so don't go into it thinking like, oh, it's gonna be the most terrifying experience of my life.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that sort of stuff, but it's very interesting how they take the traditional take on that.
All right,
Um,
cool.
and then like I think besides comedy, we have a couple of like shorts that are kind of like movies that are more towards drama. And Makoto Shinkai did a couple, like the original She and Her Cat
Oh yeah.
and Sumiko no Ie, which are mostly just black and white and still images.
Mm-hmm.
So now you have She and Her Cat, the latest one, which is adorable.
It
I love it.
is. It's so cute. I think that's actually my first slice of life short. Because I don't think I've seen another one that is more like chill and that isn't all about the comedy. Because
Yeah,
most shorts I've seen is all comedy. Except for, I guess, Poyo Poyo and Cheese Sweet Home. But that's mostly just about cats for me. So, I mean, it's
it's a
cats and
different
comedy, I
genre. You
guess.
have
Yeah.
slice of life and you have cats.
You have cats. Yeah.
Um, well, I guess you could say that I don't understand what my husband is saying is kind of
Mm.
slice of life, but
Yeah.
it also has plenty of comedy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'd say
For
it's
sure, because
kind of in the middle.
yeah, because it had a lot of parody stuff in it. So
Yeah, but it had a lot of serious stuff.
yeah, that's true. That was something that I definitely didn't expect from that series, especially like at the ending and stuff, and having us cliffhangers for a stupid short show. And it's like, what is happening with her? I want to know. That was nice. That's a really nice show, by the way, that I recommend to everyone.
Yep.
It's so simple and cute, but still has the feels of a couple being together and both being nerds, kind of. So it's nice. Well, not even both. I guess only the guy was more of a nerd. She was
Yeah.
working more and stuff. So
But it's really interesting and pretty mature with the relationship stuff.
Mhm.
I don't mean mature in like X-rated or anything, just like
yeah.
it's not the first love in high school or something like that. It's like actual people who are living together and thinking about that are married and are
Yeah.
like kids and how to relate to other couples and whatever else. So
Yep.
stuff like that. So a very different take on romance, which is
Mhm.
really interesting.
Yeah, I agree.
What else did I want to mention? Well, we already mentioned some of our favorites last week, like Seki-kun. So I don't really want
No,
to.
Tonari no Seki-kun is so
It's
nice.
so good. It's
It's so funny. It's so simple.
yeah. For me, that's like one of the big lessons that I learned with Seki-kun is that shorts work very well if you take a very simple concept. Because you only have so much time, so if you try to do too much, usually they just get really convoluted and don't make sense. And they try to do that a lot with the very heavy parody, like gag
For
shorts,
sure.
like Strange Plus. did
Yeah,
that
I was
one.
also gonna mention that one because that one like they try too hard and they
Yeah.
have a couple of episodes that are actually really good, but then there's some episodes that don't make sense at all, and you're just like,
Yeah.
okay, what just happened? Because I don't get what they put a parody of or what just happened with the characters. So
Yeah. I feel like it was better at the beginning because of
Yeah,
that.
for
Because
sure.
then they kept introducing more people and more elements
Mhm.
to the story, and you just couldn't follow it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Seki-kun is like the prime example of how you don't need to do that much in a short. You
Yeah.
just have to do it very well and have an interesting concept to begin with. Because like this is the type of length in which episodic stuff works very well.
Yeah.
Because even if it's the same thing over and over, people won't get tired because it's just those 3 or 5 minutes or 7, even if you want to do it.
Mhm.
Another like short section that I don't know if you tried, but it's fairly recent, in my experience, and I think overall, there are a couple of shorts that are trying to do the cute romance thing in a very like short format. And I saw one shoujo ai one and one shonen ai one.
Okay.
The shoujo ai one is Inugami Santo
Oh, yeah, I
Nekoyama-san.
saw that one too. I actually like that one.
I, for me, that just like kind of contradicts what I just said, but I
Yeah.
got tired of that one.
Yeah, I do have to admit, like, I'm glad that I just watched it week by week and sometimes even skipped some weeks so I could, like, see some
Mm,
episodes together because I wouldn't be able to watch the whole thing in one go. And also, it had a lot of weaker episodes because it felt like it
yeah,
started off good and then it kind of went down for me. So,
yeah. I think that one needed a little bit more development. I'm not
yeah.
sure yet if the romance genre is very suited for shorts. You can do it for sure, like we saw in I don't understand what my husband is saying.
Yeah.
But it takes a very special approach. I don't think you can do the usual formula for romance in shorts.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it felt like, that something was missing behind it to make it like more, to make you more invested in the characters, I
Yeah.
guess, the problem. The shonen ai that I watched was called, wait, I need to read it because I don't remember. Kono Danchi Mahou ga Oshigoto desu, which means this boy is a magician or works as a magician.
Oh.
And this was airing, they recommended it to me, and apparently it's like 3 episodes, so it's like the perfect short
Mm.
length for that sort of stuff, for how they did
Okay.
it. And it's just, you have these two guys who meet in a bar and they kind of start flirting, and one of them is a magician, and you have some snippets of like the magic in the world, but they're not trying to like explain you where the magic comes from or anything like that,
Yeah.
because you wouldn't be able to do it. It's just like,
Mm.
it's a world that has magic and it's kind of pretty, and he works as a magician. um and then it's just like a very short solid arc of them trying to get into that relationship with their own problems. Like, I don't really want to spoil how it develops, but it's like one of the guys is overworked and the other is kind of like not very confident in himself and in people liking the person that he is.
Mm-hmm.
So you have both of these things put together, and it's just like them working through it, and then nice ending. It's apparently part of a bigger series of shonen ai shorts that have other, I guess, flavors to it that aren't magic. I'm not
Yeah.
sure exactly. I haven't watched the others yet, but this one in particular I really liked. And
Oh,
it did
okay.
really interesting visual things to aid the storytelling. Especially the last episode was really. I didn't expect to get like so sad
Mm-hmm.
first of all, and then like really happy at the end, of course, but just so invested in 3 episodes. So I'd say check that one out if you like shonen ai, or if you're interested in what this sort of medium can do for
Yeah.
romance.
That's interesting because I did see that airing like 1 or 2 seasons ago, something like that.
Yeah,
And I wanted to check it out, but I wasn't too sure because I saw it was part of all of these other things, so I wasn't sure if it would be safe to start with that. But
yeah,
apparently it's different stories and like it's
yeah.
separate
I
stories.
think they're like the same type of work, or from the same people, but
Mm-hmm.
it's like one story, another story, so it's fine. You can watch
Okay.
it. For
Mm-hmm.
me, it's one of the few shonen ai things that I watched.
Okay.
So I was like, I kind of want to try something that it's not the heavy shonen ai, almost rapey things,
Yep.
because those I know I won't like. So I
Yeah.
would like to try shonen ai that I might have a chance to like. And
Mm-hmm.
first of all, I had read a manga that Erin had also recommended, and I was like, well, maybe she knows of something that I can watch that's not like very heavy on time
Yeah.
investment.
Yeah.
And she recommended that one, and it's really cute. So I think it might be able, shorts might be able to use that sort of stuff as well.
Mm-hmm.
just not in the traditional like high school crush
Yeah.
way.
Because of you speaking of that, I had to think of Merman in my tub, the
Yeah.
Orenshi no Furo Jijo that aired not too long ago as well, which was also like a really fun, cute anime. It wasn't even shonen ai or something
Oh
like
no, but
that,
the
but
undertones are heavy.
yeah, exactly. The undertones are heavy, but it was just a really cute show with a guy who finds a merman and takes him to his house and just keeps him in his tub, basically.
Yeah.
So that was really cute. That was one that I definitely enjoyed for
Yeah.
when it comes to that.
I definitely really like how we seem to get a lot more variety or like experimental stuff in shorts.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like because it's not as big of a risk of making like a huge show that doesn't sell,
Yeah.
because it's just aired in like intervals and stuff like that. It's just
Mm-hmm.
like you get that in the middle of something. So
Yeah.
they can afford to do a lot more different things. And I remember two of the weirdest, I guess, that I've watched are considered kind of like movies, and one of them, I totally mistake this one before. I said that was a Shinkai one, and I was thinking about Toei Sekai, but Tsumiki no Ie is not Shinkai, and it's really weird. Like, has a very different art style, and the same with Bavel no Hon, the Book of Bavel, and they're
Okay.
like, I think they're one episode, so they're shorts and they're like short movies. You don't really
Okay.
get more. Um,
Yeah.
in this sort of stuff, Tsumigi no Ie is also just one, and they're considered movies if you look in the lists, like my anime list or
Mm-hmm.
something like that. And that's how I found them. It was way back when I was looking at movies that I wanted to watch, and then I was like, oh, but it's only a few minutes. So those are really a completely different experience than this sort of short because they feel like movies, but they end really fast.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can do everything with shorts, I feel like, right
Yeah,
now.
that's true. You just have to be creative and make people interested in what you're showing,
Yeah.
I guess. Uh, Another one that I wanted to mention was Booster, because I did mention it last time in a comedy
Yeah,
UN, but I
that's the one
didn't.
that I haven't watched.
Yeah, it has 2 seasons so far as I know, but then it also has like not a spin-off, but like another season. I'm
Mhm.
not sure if that is a show or not, but the first 2 seasons are shorts, and the English title is Wooster's Hand to Mouth Life, and it's basically just this yellow monster bear kind of thing that you cannot explain that is voiced by Mamoru, and it's amazing. He lives with like 2 girls as well, and the girls kind of tease him the whole time, and he teases them as well. And there's a lot of parody in it as well, which is fun. And they do it right, like that is what I like about the show. Otherwise, I wouldn't have watched 2 seasons of it. But it's fun. It's really fun. I didn't expect this to be mature either because it does have some mature themes sometimes.
Mm.
But yeah, that one is really cool. I do recommend it if you like comedy, and you will love Wooster. His voice, like Mamo, does such a good job on it. It's amazing. He changes his voice completely, and oh, it's good. It's really good. So I
Speaking
definitely
of
recommend it.
mature themes, even though it's not like any of my personal favorites, I feel like it's our job to just tell people that there are shorts out there that have mature themes.
Yeah,
Um, there is Mangaka-san to
yeah,
Assistant-san, which has some ecchi in it, and some episodes are really
yeah.
fun.
I actually like that one.
Yeah, I liked it
I was
more than I
surprised.
thought.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, me too.
Some episodes fall like really dry and don't really work, but some of them are fun.
Yeah.
And very recently there was My Wife is a School Council President, which
Mm.
is very mature, almost towards the hentai, but it's not a hentai because it's not allowed to be a hentai,
Yeah.
but it's like as close as you can get. So,
I
and
mean, that happens.
there's an uncensored version that I think would probably be fall under hentai. It's just at least at this point.
Yeah.
I haven't even continued watching, but I know because I've asked. Uh, there is no sex. But everything that isn't like directly sex, you'll have it. Like people fondling each other and stuff like that, or
Yeah.
just on top of each other, really hardcore. All of that you'll get. All of the weird faces and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're into that, shorts can also do that.
Yep, they can do anything.
So yeah.
uh, last season we also had Oshite Galko-chan, sorry.
I haven't watched.
That was one that actually surprised me, and it was my favorite short from last season. It's just about this girl going through her teenage years, I guess, with her friends, having fun, and I don't know. That's kind of it. Like talking about girl stuff and boy stuff. A lot of girl stuff actually, because they actually mention like periods and all of that stuff. So I don't know if boys would want to watch this show, but it's actually funny to see because they also talk about boobs and all that and getting boys and all that. So it's pretty mature in a way. But it's still fun because they are actually like really wondering about stuff and having those questions in life, and they don't know who to ask, so they ask their best friends. So it's kind of about their friendship. So
Oh, I have
it's
to mention
nice.
something that's coming up just very soon because it's next season, and I know that both me and you are probably gonna watch it, and I think it's a good way to end this episode. But
Okay.
there's an upcoming short called Banania, which is an adaptation in anime form of a banana cat mascot. And if you look for it, it's adorable, and I already want all of them.
Oh.
It's literally just a banana cat.
Oh
And it's gonna
god.
be a short.
Oh, you actually have donut cats as well. Donyatsu or something like that. It's also a short that I watched, and it's like cats that are donuts. It's really weird. But
Did you watch the blood type one? Because there was one with the blood groups like A, B, and O and stuff,
not
but I
sure.
haven't watched it.
Maybe is that one? I don't know. I don't know if I did. I probably didn't.
But yeah, it can do anything, even cats with weird stuff.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah, and I know like my expectations aren't even fair because it's a short.
Well, I think it's gonna be enjoyable or like entertaining either way if it's like cats, because they've always done a good job when it comes to shorts, I feel like. So
I mean, it's gonna be cute. What else do you want in life?
Exactly. So
I think we're good.
yeah, I think we're. Oh, also I want to tell people to check out Nijiro Days because that is still airing. That's also short, but it's 10 or 12 minutes. So there's like shorts that are longer as well.
For sure. We didn't really make a distinction, but I think Kakasan was bigger, and there are others.
Yeah, exactly. So
it can be anything from 3 minutes to like 15 or 12 or whatever. I guess if you say 15, then you'll have to include Diabolic Lover, so I guess 12.
We're not going that way.
No.
Okay, anyways, I think that is it for this episode. I hope you guys kind of got to learn more about short anime, and if you still have some that we haven't checked out, feel free to leave it in the comments. Of course, there's more that we have checked out, but
of course,
there's only so much time.
Oh, and since they're like super short, if you check any of them out, like even if it's just the first episode, let us know, because you can try a lot of shorts in a very short period of time.
Yes, that is true, Miana.
That was not an intended pun. It happened, and it's out there. It's on the internet.
Great. Okay, so
what's next week?
Next week we're gonna discuss Madoka Magica. So it's an anime that we both like, and we kind of wanted to discuss for a long time. So you can look forward to
Especially
that.
Thalia. Thalia really wanted to discuss.
I do. I really like Madoka Magica, so we're gonna do that next week. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we will see you next week. Bye.